Okay, so we have a question here asking about the right triangle setup of legs and hypotenuse, and they're referring, of course, to the Pythagorean theorem here, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And the question is just saying, which of the following could be the measurements of a right triangle? In other words, which of these fit the Pythagorean theorem? The idea being that in a right triangle, a squared plus b squared has to equal the hypotenuse squared, and if it doesn't, it's not a right triangle. So in each of these, notice we have different units. We have feet in the first one, then inches, then meters, and then millimeters. That doesn't really matter, right? You can use any unit you want, and it can still be a right triangle, so we're going to ignore that. Now, really, in all of these, the hypotenuse is the longest side, right? So here it's 17, here it's 20, here it's 20, and in the last one it's 15. So we're trying to figure out if these legs squared equals the hypotenuse, and you can jump around with ones you're comfortable with first. And we don't always need an exact value. For example, here, 15 squared, I know that's 225, and 8 squared is 64. Whatever the exact value, I know it does not equal 400 or 20 squared, right? 225, you need to add over 100, right, to reach 400, and 64 is not over 100. So this can't be a right triangle. Cross it out. Here, in this one, 15 squared pops up again, that's 225. And again, 20 inches squared, or 20 squared, is 400. We need to add far more than just 25 to reach 400. So that's out as well. There's only 2 left now, and the problem is a lot less intimidating. Here in the last one, we have 13 squared, which is 169, plus 8 squared, which is 64. Does that equal 225? Well, the answer is no, right? Because 160 plus 60 is 220, plus 9, 229, plus 4, right, is 233. And that does not equal 225. And now this means, of course, that the remaining response has to be your answer. And you could figure it out to confirm it if you want to, but that's one wonderful thing about multiple choice. If all of the other answers, right, do not work, the remaining answer, even if you're unsure about it, must be true. All right, thanks.